Not that you asked or care, but Lady Picture Show is probably my favorite Stone Temple Pilots song, so thank you so much for the request. LG Awan, Rendra, The Fixer, Madam Secretary, Pat Prime, Edgar Hernandez, and Adam from Detroit, supporter of the cause. Thank you, Adam, for the tortoise food money. We all really appreciate it. Alright, so if you watched yesterday's video, the campfire version, you should already know the chord progression, and so when we change things up with different voicings, it's at least going to be not quite as confusing. But this is a really great exercise in how changing which, versions of chords you use, you can manipulate what the listener here's one of the reasons why I call the Stone Temple Pilots the Beatles of the 90s. But the E chord we're going to use is not regular old E. It's going to be a C-shaped E. C would be this, of course, right? So this being the operative note, the note in question, we're going to make this C note an E note. But he doesn't use all of this chord. He uses A7, D6, and G4. So you see the lowest three notes out of your C shape, and then we've got B and E open. They would be open if you played an E chord anyway, so nothing too mind-blowing there. But play that E chord, and then the bass note goes down 1/2 step to an E flat, which is a note in your B chord. It is right there on the B string 4th fret when you play a B chord. So you can put that E flat, or at least that E flat an octave lower, in the bass, and you'll have 6 on the A string, 4/4, D, G, and then strive for open B, open E, which is why Dean uses his pinky finger, not his ring finger. It makes it easier to bend your pointer finger joint backwards there. But if you don't get that B string ringing out, that's okay. You'll still have the E string ringing out. So we got E, B with a E flat in the bass, and then an A sus2. It's going to be D7, G6, strummed from A. The thing that makes an A sus2 an A sus2 is that B string being open, and it's still open when you do just the 2 notes out of your F shape and leave the other 2 open. So the first time's that E, B with an E flat in the bass, A sus2. The second time has that D major 7, right? So E, B flat, or B with an E flat in the bass, followed by, and here's yet another way to play D major 7 ringy outy style, starting on the A string, 5, 4, 6, open, open. And that's the particular voicing he uses in this song. I said I'd back myself up. It just is. You hear the bass play D, and if you look at any video recording of STP playing this live at all, you will see that Dean is here, not here, and certainly not here. There you go. So that's the intro. One more time. E, B with an E flat, A suspended 2, E, B, D major 7. And then of course once the singing starts, just like the campfire version, it's the first one out of the 2 intro ones over and over again. E, B, A. Moving right along to the chorus, it's C sharp 7, and there's nothing right. He doesn't change the voicing so much, a little bit, but not like puts a different note in the root. He plays it up here on the 9th fret as your root 6 major, not major 7, shape. 9, 11, 9, 10. And then this F sharp minor 7 is a doozy. It is A9, D7, G9, and B10. I think there's 2 guitars in the studio recording, left and right, and one of them's playing this shape. Because I feel like I hear that high note going, and you can't get that high note with this shape because you run out of fingers. You have to get your mom to help. So do whichever one you want. I think they're both in there, but Dean definitely plays this one live. This one, compared to this one, what you hear is root, fifth, root, minor third, fifth. This one, you hear root, minor third, minor seventh, minor third. So no fifth, addition of a minor seventh, and 2 minor thirds. It's a neat little thing. And while we're on the topic, this is a minor 7 chord anywhere you put it. D minor 7. I don't think I've ever even thought about that before. Yeah, so C sharp 7. This will take you a little while to get used to. F sharp minor 7. And then B7, do it here because you're kind of spending all your time here. Same as C sharp 7, but 2 frets lower. And then there's the garbly arpeggios, which are our C-shaped E, but all the way down the chord. So you can, rather than try to put your fingers in this super awkward position, just make the chord as you pluck the notes, which, you know, that could have been part of the reason why it became an arpeggio. Who knows? But 7, 6, 4, 5. And notice how I just put them down as I went. Because that's hard for me too. Followed by our G sharp 7, but starting on the A string. So 6, 4, 5. 6, 4, 5. That's right. That just jarred me. 4, 6, 4, 5, 4. Whole entire chorus here. Nice and slow. Of course. That'll take me a while. Back to our intro. Lots of stuff to practice there. The rhythm for the solo is exactly what I said it was in the campfire version. So 4 measures of A. I love how there's 5 measures in the section, followed by 1 measure of E. And then into the, starts the same but diverges from what the chorus is. C sharp 7. Low F sharp minor, even on the actual, so 2, 4, 4, and then you do your up to G sharp power chord into A, do it here, and triumphantly land on B. So A, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. Rough outline user's guide for making your solo. Get all the, you know, the kind of stuff without it being note for note. This is the solo where there's a couple of, like, it's composed to the extent that it has a couple of different themes that happen in the same order every time you hear the song, but they're not exactly the same every time you hear it. So those are the kind of solos I like to get, you know, where they are in the general feel, but not note for note. So start off bending the A string 7th fret, the D string 9th fret, the G string 11th fret, and then the B string 12th fret. Kind of hang there for a little bit, and then you're into the C sharp minor pentatonic scale, which is 9, 12, 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 11, 9, 12, 9, 12, with the notable addition of the B string 10th fret. So we left off at right? That note is not in the C sharp minor pentatonic scale, but it's in this solo. And then kind of do whatever you like, noodle your way around C sharp minor until you get to this section, which is going to be E12, B16, to B14, and you're bouncing back and forth between that E string and whichever note on the B string, or as you'll see soon, the G string you'll want. So to G16 as well. So E12, B16, bounce back, B14, bounce back to E, and then G16, and those are the three other notes. That E string note always stays the same, and you can kind of put them in whatever order you want. Until he goes back to C sharp minor pentatonicking it, which do whatever your favorite fast move is. Mine is... And at the end, he climaxes with the 14th and 12th frets of the E and B strings. And you can, yeah, general gist of how the solo goes. And that's it to say, other than to say that the let them be he and the outro part are an intro, but they're 4 long, just like in the campfire version. So you're gonna do your E to B to A1 times 3, and you're going to end it with the E to B to D major 7-1. I haven't gotten any better at that. Well, that's the one I'm going to have to practice, clearly. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for the request, and thank you again so much, Adam from Detroit. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.